Now it's live officially.
We are officially live. Perfect.
So, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Ikigai Live Chat, episode 7. I'm so excited to have Chris from Victoria. Hi, Chris.
Hi, how you going?
Good. I'm so excited about this today. Thank you so much for doing the live with me today.
Pleasure. I'm very excited too.
Awesome. So before we tap into all about Chris, let's do some opening and greeting. So some of you know my name is May. I'm a qualified naturopath, also NLP master practitioner. Anyway, I just love about holistic approach to health and well-being. And reason for I talk about this every time, but reason for I started this Ikigai Love Chat, it's been a little bit of selfish. I wanted to tap into a different type of Ikigai, listening to other people's passion and joy in life, so that I can collect all these ingredients, putting into my uh, signature dish. So it's been a 7 episode now today, and the learning has been amazing. I find I always have something, I don't know, inspires me. So even from the previous episode from Lee Carroll, I actually saw something different side of him, and I'm hoping to see that part of you, Chris, today.
Oh, that's a little bit of pressure.
No pressure. Anyway, so the this recording live chat will be available on my business page, Pure Joy Naturopathy, but also Ikigai Live the Life Fullest group, which is a private Facebook group. It's been running for about 4.5 years, and we reach about over 1,000 people now. So it's amazing that people are very interesting about Ikigai, Chris.
Oh, good. Good. I
So
like the concept of Ikigai.
great. So, without further ado, could you introduce yourself here, who you are,
Yep.
please, Chris?
Hi, I am Chris. I'm an occupational therapist. That was my original qualification. I work in safety and well-being, and I met May through NLP training, which has been for the last couple of years of my life. I have 3 children, 2 dogs, and also a husband. Um, and I'm trying to think what else you need to know about me. I'm fairly, active, pretty busy. Um, I really like, communicating with people. So this is really exciting for me. I think this is really interesting. I've never done anything like this before. It's not my usual thing. I wouldn't normally get on Facebook and do these sorts of things. It's not my thing. Sort of normally avoid this. So this is actually really good for me because my 2025 mantra has been lean into life. So this is leaning into life, doing something that's not so comfortable for me, but it's actually good for me to do things that aren't so comfortable, pushing those boundaries and, pushing my comfort zone out just a little bit. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Yeah, that's awesome. I actually, yeah, saw your introduction about the leaning into life. 2000, yeah, I really love that. Actually, before actual main question, what do you mean by leaning into life?
Look, I think for me, leaning into life is really about giving everything a go. So, not sitting back and being comfortable and doing what you know, but doing things you don't know. So, doing things in terms of with people, meeting new people, and actually embracing that. We tend to stick to what we know. So, we tend to stick to the people we know. Tend to stick to, usual social activities. And so, for me, lean into life is about actually pushing that out a bit and just going, okay, well, what do you miss out on if you don't? So, I mean, you think about it, we connected through NLP and we've maintained that. So I've pushed that out and we both leaned into actually establishing a new friendship and a new relationship that we wouldn't have, you might not have done otherwise. So I guess that's what it's about for me, is sort of leaning in and pushing the boundaries and just giving everything a go. Why not?
Yeah, why not? I love that. I actually follow you as well. Leading into life 2025. Give it a go. Like we talked about before with this life. You and me
Yeah.
both. And it's such amazing to talk about these kind of things end of the year, isn't it?
Yeah. It is. It's really good to think about the new year, what you've done in the last year, and then moving forward, what you're going to be doing in the new year and what your plans are and how it's all going to work for you. Yeah,
Awesome. All right, so tap into the question one. Really?
I'm ready. Let's go.
So the question one is, so you're professional as the occupational therapist and also you work in safety and well-being, right? So my question is, how did you come about choosing your profession? Were there any event or interaction with the people for you to decide follow your path?
It was. So for me, I decided that I wanted to do occupational therapy when I was in year 12. My grandmother had a stroke, and I met this, and prior to that, I'd wanted to do nursing, but it sort of didn't quite sit with me. And I thought I wanted to do nursing. And then my grandmother had a stroke, and I met this occupational therapist, and I really liked the concept of she was, in this whole scheme, we have this massive life. And for this little bit of my grandmother's life, she actually made her life better. She figured out what she needed to do and what she needed to be at home safely. And I guess it was really solution focused, which was very much me. I like to think about what you can do from a solution perspective rather than thinking about what you can't do. And so it really resonated with me. So I just went, actually, that's what I want to do. I want to be an occupational therapist. So I put it as my first preference, got
Right.
into it, which is fantastic. And then I fell into safety and wellbeing, which is quite funny. So as an occupational therapist, I travelled all around the world and even across Australia. And then I I started working for an organisation, I became a manager. And so I was leading people, and then I had babies. And I made a decision that, in my mind, in my model of the world, you couldn't have everything. I couldn't, knowing how I work, I was like, something's going to have to give here. So the decision I made was that I wouldn't go back to full-time work and that I wouldn't go back to that manager job. And so the company was really great to me, and they sort of said, well, we'll do this health and safety role for you. And I sort of fell into it. It wasn't really planned. But it just sort of worked. It worked with my kids. It sat well with looking at people's safety, looking at people's well-being, looking at very solution oriented. So it was very much like, oh, well, how do you, there's this difficulty or this problem. How do I then work with that person or with that organisation or with that group to make it better? Like, it was sort of that simple. So I liked it. So I sort of just fell into health and safety. So that's sort of
Hmm.
how it happened. And then when I went back to full-time work, the job, like, I actually just put it out to the universe and went, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm going to work full-time. Um, and I applied for two jobs, went for one interview and got the job. And it was just happened to be in safety and wellbeing. And I was back managing people, but I was managing people in safety and wellbeing. So I went from, part-time doing safety and health, safety and wellbeing to managing people back in the safety and wellbeing space. So sort of, like I said, I put it out to the universe, and this is what ended up happening. And this is where I ended up being.
Right. So you mentioned about before we move on to the second question that I
Yeah.
organized with you. So you said the solution focused.
Yeah.
What's this so important to you? Solution focused, please.
Because I think there's always a solution to everything. Do you know what I mean? I always think that there's always something you can do doesn't have to be perfect, but there's always some sort of solution where you can move forward. And I'm very much a person who believes that we have control over that and that we can make choices that will result in a change. So, being solution focused, and occupational therapy is very solution focused. You're working with people to figure out how they can stay at home or how they can start using their upper limbs again, or do you know what I mean? Like there's all of this, whether it's rehab or acute care, whether in the community, it doesn't sort of matter what you do as an occupational therapist or in safety and wellbeing. It's all solution focused. You have to look for a way that improves that situation, either for a person or for a group or whatever, or an organisation. So I guess that's just where I ended up.
Right. And
Sort of
when
sits.
oh, sorry to interrupt. So when you actually, move forward with the solution focus, which is great for your clients, they will love you for it. They want the solution, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I just wondering, when you reach the solution to assist your clients or your staff, how does that make you feel?
So there's a couple of things. Number one, I want the solution to come from someone else. I think it's really important when it's me. I'm very happy for that solution to come from me. But I think what I've learned in the last probably 2 to 5 years is really very much that I work with people. I don't do it for you. I work with you. So for me, when I work with someone and they find a solution and it helps them move forward, it actually just makes me feel good for them. Do you know what I mean? Like I really enjoy it because I feel like, okay, well, that person's now made that connection. So they are now accessing resources and that they're actually able to hopefully make those connections for other areas of their life. So I guess it makes me feel good, but I actually feel really good for the person more than anything. I actually think, oh, how awesome is it for them that they're able to, come up with those solutions and that it empowers them and feels like, and for them, I'm mind reading really, but I'm assuming that they feel really good about themselves because they've come up with something and it's moving forward.
So I'm hearing that it becomes very meaningful and purposeful for you, not only for them, but for you as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you don't want to work with people, then it's not gonna be very meaningful. So
Yeah,
I like working with people. I'm very social. I like people. Love to chat. I'm a bit of a chit chatter. So
me
I could
too.
talk underwater. My husband would tell you that I could talk underwater, which is probably true. I do talk in my sleep even, so that's how much I like to talk.
Well, you just talk about your ikigai, Chris, because being a solution focused practitioner as you're in your professions and become meaningful and purposeful for yourself and then for your clients and staff. That's your ikigai.
Yeah, it is.
That's
That was
awesome.
easy, wasn't it? Your work
Yes.
here is done. That's it. You're done.
No, no, I still want you to stay with me for a bit.
Okay. Okay.
Not yet, buddy. My NLP buddy.
Yeah.
So the second question. So, what are the learnings? So you just mentioned it before with your introduction, and I do remember when we, did the good chat, also even coaching each other, and you share with your past experience, and you travel a lot to different countries, and so my curiosity, to lead into second question, what what were the are the learnings and taken from living in the different countries and interaction with the different type of people?
Yeah. I think for me, it was just expanding my understanding and um, I have to think about a word, but just really understanding and well, just understanding for other people's perspectives and way of life and not thinking that my way is the only way and the best way. So I really enjoyed. cultural experiences. So actually looking at different people's cultures and thinking, okay, well, that's different. That's not what I would do, but that doesn't matter because it sort of works. And so made me more flexible and adaptable, moving from country to country, making new friends made me realize, particularly even now, my husband and I mean, when my daughter was doing her communion for in grade six, we'd been away and we met some people from, I think they were from Sweden, and we invited them back to our house. And I didn't think they'd come, but they did. And they ended up coming and staying for my daughter's communion and came to our family event. And my husband's like, I just don't get it. Like, why did you do that? I'm like, I don't know. They were nice. We liked them. I thought they might like a bed to stay in instead of staying in their camper van. So I said, I just did it. And I guess that's what travel did for me, making me realize that you can make connections with people. You don't have to just set yourself up to be, okay, well, these are the people I know. These are my high school friends. These are my, do you know what I mean? Like all of those sort of, you get sort of stuck in friendships, I think, or routine. And so I was just like, oh, okay. It gives me people were welcoming to us and they embraced us and we made really good friendships that we're still friends with them now. And I just think, well, that's what life is all about. You don't just say, okay, well, that's it. I've got my 10 friends or my 20 friends or my 30 friends and I'm never going to make any more. So I think that's what it taught me mainly is just flexibility, adaptability, being inclusive and just being, open to new things and new people, new experiences.
Yeah, and it's actually you are not only, the provide a nice gesture to these people, like people from Sweden, right? That you met with your amazing, beautiful daughter's event. Communion, did you say?
It was her communion. My husband is Catholic. I'm not, so I've got to phone a Catholic friend who tells me what I need to do for the Catholic events. I do. She doesn't laugh. She knows. I always say to her, you're my Catholic. I said, I need to know what do I have to do.
There you go. And then you met the new people, and then you actually invited them to your house and spend a lovely time together, right?
It was great. They stayed, I think, for about maybe 4 or 5 nights, and we
Oh,
had a
that's
big family
awesome.
event. We had a big family event because it was Ella's it was a communion confirmation. It was one of those things. I don't even know what it was. I just know it was a Catholic event. And yeah, they stayed and we had a big, family dinner afterwards. Niles, my husband's family came, my family came. There was about, I don't know, 20, somewhere around 25 or so people at our place for dinner and they came and it was nice.
And I love that what you said, actually meeting, different type of people with the different culture backgrounds and actually lived in a different country help you to also become flexible and adaptable. And my sort of a leading question to within the second question, do they help you to enjoy your life better just because you have the skill or, the awareness and understanding of different type of people?
It opens opportunity for you.
Mm.
Again, I just think it just opens up opportunities. I think it does make you enjoy your life if you actually put it down to the nitty gritty. Like I enjoy my life because I meet new people and I'm not set in the people that I know or the people that I interact with. It means that we've got friends all over the world. It means that, we've got friends all over Australia. It just means, yeah, I do. I think it opens up your world, makes it more interesting.
Yeah,
Never a dull day. Just remember that there's never a dull day.
yeah, exactly. And I believe that one of the ikigai, my understanding of ikigai is so this is actually my, the key insight or takeaway from
Yep.
our chats and being flexible and adaptable is added to my list of ingredients for my ikigai living because I agree. It's so much more enjoyable being, become resistance.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what sort of type of people are they? I don't know where they come from. And it's so much
Yeah.
better being open up. I'm just so curious where they come from and what kind of
Yeah.
conversation are we having? And
Yeah. Absolutely.
awesome. How many countries did you travel total,
Um,
Chris?
I don't know, we didn't go everywhere. I've still got a lot to travel. We lived in, and I've got heaps to still do, but we lived in the UK and we lived in America, and then we traveled a lot. So we did, I mean, we did quite a bit of the States, and then we did quite a bit of Europe and the Middle East and Africa.
Middle East.
Um,
Wow.
yeah, we went to Syria before it was not the place to go. We got stuck on the Syrian border trying to get into Turkey. That was funny.
Wow.
Done all of those sorts of places. Been to Jordan. Oh, one of my favorite places is Jordan. Ever want
Really?
to go? Yeah, it's an awesome place. If you ever want a week holiday and you want to fly across the globe, go to Jordan. There's a lot you can do in a week. It's got Petra,
Really?
it's got Jerash, which is these fantastic Roman ruins. Awesome people. It's fantastic. Get to go to the Dead
Awesome.
Sea and float in the Dead Sea. It's a pretty cool place, Jordan.
All right, I'll keep it in my mind because I love listening to your story and you are such a great NLP master coach to me. So I'll keep in my mind, Jordan, and never thought about it. But being open-minded, I'll definitely put the country on the list.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. All right, thank you. So the third question
Yes.
is the final question. What element of life excites you currently? And what is the ideal way to live your life fully? It's a bit open question, however you wanted to
Yeah.
answer it.
Okay. Um, so the first part of the question is
What
what?
elements of your life excite you currently? And
Yeah.
what is the ideal way to live your life fully?
What excites me now is the future, which is sort of a little unknown and a sort of a little known because we know sort of where we're heading. So what excites me now is the future and the opportunities. I love the whole NLP world. It's fantastic. I love communication. Like I think communication is so fascinating and just that constant learning new things. Like I'm really enjoying actually just exercising my mind and learning and then putting it into practice. I just really, really love that. That's really what I'm enjoying now because I feel like when I do that for myself, that I'm actually better at work, I'm better at home, because I'm learning and I'm practicing. So I'm not just sort of sitting there and going, oh, that could be interesting, but then doing nothing with it. I actually really like doing new things. So that's really, yeah, I think that's what excites me now. Yeah, helping people, working with people, giving them, skills and, well, I don't give them the skills. They actually have the skills. It's just tapping into them, tapping into their resources and the opportunities and helping them find what their ikigai is or what their purpose is, where they want to go. I
So what
really
I'm
like
hearing,
that.
yeah, what I'm hearing is that you're living with NLP, communications and exercising your mind.
Yeah,
I
good.
love that. You actually live in an example to your clients, current clients and the future clients. And I remember when we were both in the training with the amazing trainer, Katie, I remember she was saying to us that we need to be like an example, live with it.
Yep,
And what I'm hearing from you is that you are living with it. And it's actually exciting, right? Thinking about
it does.
NLP. Yeah.
Yep. It really excites me because otherwise you're sitting it on the shelf and it's getting very dusty and dirty.
Yeah.
I don't like dusting, so I'd much rather
No,
be
doesn't
using.
suit you. No. That and you doesn't really go together. No, you're not.
No, don't want to do any dusting.
No,
No
no, no,
cleaning,
no,
no
no,
dusting.
no. It's a bit of a deeper question to that. What element of NLP excites you so much? Tell me in your word, please. What's the reason?
NLP excites me, I think, because, or what about it excites me, is really just the opportunity. It is so simple to make so much of a change. So if you think about all of the meta models and all of the things that we learnt about and all of the things about how we process information and then timeline therapy, all of those little modalities that we've done and the submodalities and how easy it is to shift, to shift to something new, into something different, and to change a trajectory. And people have those resources available. They just need to find them and go, oh, yep, okay, and tap into it. So I think that's what excites me the most. And then the secondary element of that is the communication. I just think that awareness of communication and how it's 100% my responsibility to communicate with you and for you to understand that, but you also are responsible 100% of how you're communicating and how I interpret and understand that. And I think it's just really good because it's just that ownership and yeah, sits with my solution focused sort of persona.
There you go. Aha moment, isn't it?
It does.
That is aha moment. Ownership and then solution focus is actually matched so well. You're aligned. That's
Very much.
awesome. Well, that's before this live chat, I was telling you that giving you feedbacks, we have a regular coach session between each other and then your question with your strategies. Guess what? Like I reported to you on moving forward. And the way that you questioned me last catch up was just spurred. Just the way you did it. It was sort of like listening to my, what's going on with me, blah, 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 blah. And you just popped the questions, and I thought, oh, shit, sorry, my language. Oh, that's right. And you didn't give me any answer or tell me what to do. I came up with a solution
Did.
and I made action. You didn't tell me what to do. I actually come up with the structure or plan of what to do. And I told you at the end of the call, and I did it.
Did. And it was fun.
It was fun. So just it's a very good example that I can witness that you enjoy the communication. You live
Yeah,
with it.
it is.
Well,
It's fun.
yeah, and so go a little bit deeper into the final question. So thank you for your sharing, and I love that ownership and the solution focus, so aligned.
Mm.
I'm not sure you realize, but I think you are very aligned with yourself right now in your professions as an occupational therapist, as the manager, NLP master practitioner. I think all the things that you do in your life is aligned, which is
Thank
so
you.
great to hear. It's amazing. My question is from the final question. What would you like to, because you said future excites you. So, for example, if I give you the time frame for maybe 5 years, where would you like to be?
Oh, see, that's a hard one. No, that's not really a hard one because I like what I'm doing now, but I don't see me continuing to work for someone else. Like I've been doing obviously some coaching on the side, but I see myself with a sort of like a not wellness, probably a well-being centre that is around that exactly that solution focus. So there's lots of different modalities that people can use and access and tap into, as well as having that general coaching. Um, so that's sort of where I see myself at this point.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
exciting. I would love to visit your wellness center. I might be able to do a workshop.
you might be. You might be. We might be
Yeah,
able
we
to
might be able to do
collaborate.
collaboration together. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, would
I don't
be.
mind,
It would
I
be.
don't mind travel to Melbourne, maybe camper van.
Yeah. I think what can we call it? The camper van of courage.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'd love that. I would go down. Then,
That's funny. But we can do the
so,
camper van of courage.
yeah, that'd be amazing. 5 years, I think, is feasible plan for me to
Yeah.
do that. I
Yeah.
bring my dog, Sachi, my
Oh,
mascot of happiness.
I'm not sure that I can take my two dogs. They're a bit silly at times, but you know. We'll see.
We'll see. Gonna be exciting, exciting plan. I'm so excited for your 5 years plan, Chris.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, we probably wrapping up soon, and thank you so much for your time today, Chris. I always enjoy have a chat with you. I always have an uplifting feeling. There's something that okay, I'm gonna do this. So that's what I'm
That's
saying.
nice.
Your navigation and questions are spur. And I have no doubt we will become amazing NLP master practitioner. And you already are.
Thank you. I always love our chats too, May. Makes me
Yeah.
laugh. I have a lot of fun.
Awesome. That's another thing that I enjoy too. Before wrapping up, would you like to say anything that, we tapping into end of the year 2024 and moving on to 2025 or any message to the audience or is there
No, I
anything to
just
add?
think that, like I said, find your mantra, find what's going to give you that passion. Do a bit of like mine is lean into life or leaning into life. And I just think it doesn't have to be that, but something will sit with you. What is it that you want to do? And it doesn't have to be massive. It just has, for you, figure out what it is that's going to work, that makes you feel excited, makes you feel like, oh, I'm looking forward to this. Just give yourself a little mantra. It's definitely one of the best things that you can do. Put it up there on your mirror when you get up every morning. Put it in your little manifesting book or your little affirmation booklet and just go for it. Because really, what do we have to lose? Not really a lot.
Exactly. We only live once, yeah.
We
Just
do.
give it a
We do.
go. Yeah,
Yep.
follow you for 2025, leaning into life. 2025.
Yep.
Woohoo!
Yep. I know. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So, thank you so much, everyone. I think we're gonna wrap up now, and this recording available on the Ikigai Live the Life Fullest group, Facebook group. You're welcome to join. I think I might put the link on the in this event comment section, so people are not in the group yet. Join us. It's a very friendly environment. Also, if you're happy to visit my business page, Pure Joy Naturopathy. Also, YouTube channels available. Slowly, I'm building for it. Not many subscribers yet, but it's okay. It's my self-satisfaction too. Like give it a go. So all the episodes on the YouTube as well. So thank you again, Chris. Merry
Thank you.
Christmas and Happy New Year. I'm so looking forward to connecting you again.
Yes. Yeah, perfect. I look
Have a
forward to 2025 and our
Yeah,
catch-ups.
exactly. So have a safe Christmas and Happy New Year. So we're gonna
Thank
end the live for now. Thank you, everyone. And I'm going to stop the recording.